There's a genre, man versus beast, man versus animal, man versus dragon, you name it. And this kind of fits in there, but also with a family dynamic and, set in real time in our world right now. And, at the heart of it is a family that are going through a lot of turmoil and being chased by a lion at the same time. It's actually got a lot of ups and downs for the audience. It's heartfelt, and I think people will enjoy it. I really do. When I read the script, it had a dad and and his two daughters, and he's trying to make it right by them. That really tugged on. I was like, oh, okay, I play this role. But it was definitely something that really touched me as a parent, and I think any parent that watches this movie would be like, what would I do? And they'd probably do the same as my character. No, in this we didn't use any real animals in the film, and we had to really use the sort of art of filmmaking to create this experience for the audience, and it's a great experience. I'm really proud of it, I'm not going to lie, and I'm hoping that people go out and see it.
The movie isn't just about lions, it's about family, it's about ups and downs and how they work together to have the common goal of survival. So you see just relatable content for sure, and just a family working together, and I think that's so important. Them two together, absolutely hilarious. So, we were acting and making sure everything was authentic, but we were having fun each time we shot, making jokes in the car, rapping, dancing. We had a blast out there for 3 months, best time ever.
There's such incredible vistas in this movie, and they really worked to kind of take you and transport and put you in there. The director has approached it with this very kind of, if you ever saw Children of Men, with these long one-take shots and we weren't cheating. We would do 7-minute long takes that we would spend the whole day rehearsing and then get 4 goes at it as the light was right in the evening. So, and with that style of filmmaking in a thriller, it's really fascinating. It's unusual. People don't do it often. So I think it'll be a very immersive experience in a cinema, hopefully. I'm a big theater fan, and the fact that people are going to movies again, I'm like, thank you, Lord. Let's not lose the enjoyment and social experience, and just the sheer scale of that screen and sound is amazing. Growing up in South Africa, I'd certainly dealt with a lot more wildlife than the rest of the cast. The 2 girls, I always tease them because they were really nervous of even the smallest bugs. But that was part of my job. It really worked for the role because it was kind of I'm Uncle Martin, I'm the uncle who's teaching these girls about Africa. So, on camera I'm teaching them about lions, off camera I'm like, now here's a bug, Leah, it's dead, you can touch it. She's like, oh my God, no, I can't. I'm like, no, you can, it's fine. And I had a big, we call a big monitor lizard living in my room for a couple of days that I found under the bed. So there's some fun adventures of shooting on location like that. To be honest, I knew Kevin Richardson, who's this guy, the Lion Whisperer, that you might have heard of on YouTube. He's a huge lion guy. He's one of the only people in the world who could play with lions the way that I do in the movie. And on a previous project, I'd kind of met him, seen how he works with the lions. So I learned how difficult that actually is, and how if you show the slightest bit of fear, you're basically going to be breakfast or lunch or whatever. And also if you try and be too dominant, they're going to think you're challenging them. So it's a remarkable place that you have to be in. And watching him do it really was the thing that informed me the most for the character. It was a very sort of spiritual experience being out there and seeing what it is, how vulnerable we are as humans if we are in the African bush and without all our little gadgets.
They should expect a lot of thriller in this and a lot of raging moments, and most definitely a family bond between his family. And they should see us come together also. We go from broken apart and grieving because of our mother passing away, but they should also see us come together and be as a family also, but also trying to survive. So it's a lot that you guys should be ready for. My favorite parts was just straight up filming in South Africa and being with Mr. Elba and being with my sister Iyana. It was already enough for that. I loved filming it. It was a lot of jokes, a lot of singing and rapping and dancing, but it was super fun.
I thought the concept was so cool. I thought it was a really fun summer movie, a reason that you go back to theaters, because that's the thing now, right? People can watch movies wherever they want. And you got to have something special to get people to come out in theaters. And I love that this is an original concept. It's not a big comic book movie, and it's not a big branded IP thing. It's an original movie, an idea with actors acting and man versus beast, survival thriller, edge of your seat kind of thing. And I hope people are ready to have a good time and have a fun popcorn end of summer thrill ride. I'm a fan of the man versus beast genre, personally. I love Jaws, Cujo. I mean, what's not to love about? These are classic movies. So, I was excited about the prospects of doing our own. And it's different for me as a producer, and anytime you can do something different, you should. There's nothing like working with Idris because he takes everything very seriously, and he brings something to a project that nobody else is going to bring. He definitely is somebody that when Idris is on the screen, you know it. You don't take your eyes off of him. Even when he's sharing the screen with a man-eating lion, he still controls the screen. So I like that, and he brought a gravitas to this movie that otherwise just wouldn't have been there. So I'm glad.